Hello everyone. Today I'm showing you a recipe of boondi laddu. These are very tasty. You might have tasted a lot of boondi laddus, but trust me, this is that yummy and easy to make also. Here I'm sharing this recipe with all the tips so that you can exactly replicate this, and even beginners also can give it a try. So make sure that you watch the video completely and give it a try and let me know in the comments. I'm sure you'll love it. They are that tasty, and now it's time to get into the recipe. Here I have taken two vessels in which I have taken basin or Bengal gram flour. In one vessel I have taken 2 bowls of basin or gram flour, and the same quantity I have taken in the other vessel also. This bowl is the measure for taking the quantity of sugar later. And now make sure that you have to sieve the flour before using it. Now pick one vessel in which you start adding water slowly and then blend it into a fine batter that should be of dropping consistency with no lumps. You can use whisker, that actually will make your work very easy. Otherwise you can blend it with your hand also, that's also okay. But make sure there will not be any lumps. Now this should be the consistency, the drop consistency. Here we didn't add anything other than water, keeping this aside. Now pick the other one. Here we are adding milk and the quantity is 1.5 bowl. The bowl I have shown you earlier for the measure. With that I am taking 1.5 bowl of milk and now blend it and then add water to get it to the right consistency, that is the drop consistency, just as the earlier one. And the reason why we are adding milk here is we get the boondi in golden brown color because of the milk, and we need that golden brown color. The one with the water will give us yellow colored boondi, and this will give us golden brown colored boondi, and the taste wise also that will be really good, and the texture of the boondi and also the color of the boondi also will be looking really good. Now you can see the drop consistency, that is perfect. Now start heating the oil, and meanwhile pick the vessel in which we have added water, then add some baking soda. Don't over add the soda. Now blend it very well. Do not add the soda in advance. Just before you start frying, then add the soda because it will stay active. Blend it very well. Now dip your finger in the batter and put a drop in the oil. Once it starts popping up and you get the right size, a pearl size and the right texture for that boondi, that means the oil temperature is right and your batter consistency is also right. Take some quantity of the ladle into that boondi mold or boondi ladle. Start hitting the boondi ladle with another ladle just like this so that you get all the boondi in even size and shape. Make sure you tilt the ladle like this so that you get the even boondi for the later batches also. Now frying the boondi to the extent it is just right. You don't have any rawness. Do not over fry it until it is very crisp. Now take out all the boondi into this ladle. Put it in a drainer so that all the oil separates. Then you can take it to the another vessel. Now for the next batch also keep doing the same way. Put the batter. Now keep heating. You can clearly see here. This way get the even boondi of same size and texture. Now finish up all the batter and make the boondi and keep it aside. Now pick the other vessel in which we have added milk. Now add the baking soda the same way and blend it very well. Again checking for the consistency. Now here boondi is popping up. The temperature is right and the boondi texture is also perfect. Now putting the batter and again hitting with the ladle. The same process just as the earlier case. And now you can see with no time that will turn out into golden brown color. That is the reason why we have added milk. See the golden brown color with milk, you get this color very quickly. You need not over fry it. The texture is perfect and the taste wise also it's very perfect. Continue the same process until you finish up all the batter and boondi is ready. Now you can see here the color. It starts turning into brown immediately. See the color of the boondi, it is golden brown in color. Now here, one is golden yellow in color, the other one is golden brown in color. The combination will be really good and also look wise. Now mix both these together very well. Now for the syrup part, we are taking 4 bowls of sugar, the same quantity of the gram flour, adding water so that all the sugar will be in the water or soaked in the water. You can also make the syrup with little quantity of water. That way, beginners can't actually sense the right consistency of the water. With that particular tumbler, I have taken the water. Now, switch on the flame and start boiling this syrup. It may take at least 3 to 5 minutes. Now here you can see the bubbles here. Once it is on the lighter side, you have big bubbles and they'll start vanishing once it is becoming on the thicker side. That is the indication. Now adding a small bit of lemon squeeze into it. This way you can avoid crystallization of sugar. Now when you touch the syrup between your fingers, you sense the stickiness. Be careful, it will be very hot. You need not wait for a string consistency. At this moment, you have to switch off the flame automatically. Within next 10 to 20 seconds, you do get the string consistency. Now switch off the flame and put all the boondi into this and start mixing it immediately. Don't take it too long. Now cover it with the lid and leave it aside. This way the syrup is on a thinner side and the boondi will start absorbing all the syrup. If your syrup is very dense, the boondi will not absorb and you can't bind this into laddus, and keep it aside for 5 minutes until all syrup is absorbed by the boondi. Meanwhile, taking rock sugar or misri you call it, and another bowl I have taken 4 ilachi or cardamom and then piece of nutmeg, and adding some sugar I made it into a very fine powder. Now this is edible camphor. We'll make it into a fine powder and add it into the laddu making. This way you get the very nice aroma for the laddu in the traditional way. Usually this will be added. Now after 5 minutes you can see our boondi is very soft. It has absorbed all the syrup. If you still have a bit of syrup left or a bit on the thinner side, you can heat it for a half minute and automatically you get the proper binding for the laddu. Now we'll be checking for the right consistency here, whether you can bind it into a laddu or not. If not, heat it for a half minute. Obviously, you will be getting the laddu consistency. Now adding the rock sugar or misri and then cardamom and nutmeg powder and then edible camphor powder. Mix all this very well. Adding ghee also will actually enhance the flavor. Here I am not adding any dry fruits. If you wish, you can add. That will be very tasty. Here this is the basic version I am making. For that reason I am not adding any dry fruits. Mix all this very well. Now cover it with a lid and taking the small portions you start making laddus. We should be making laddus while it is still warm. Don't let it cool down. If it's totally drying up, then make sure again you heat it up for a half minute and obviously you get again back the same texture where you can bind the laddus. Make sure you cover the container throughout with a lid, otherwise that will dry up. Now our laddus are ready. For the quantity of the besan or gram flour and the sugar I have taken, I have got 35 number of laddus. These are very tasty and give it a try. Trust me, you will love it. And if you do like the video, please like and share. For such interesting recipes, please do subscribe my channel Healthy Flavors and keep trying my recipes and let me know in the comments. I'm showing here opening one laddu. See the texture, yellow color, and the other one is golden brown in color. Look wise also it will be really good, and taste wise also it's really that yummy, and trust me, you'll love it. And catch you guys with one more interesting recipe. Until then, stay healthy, happy. Thank you.